My go-to place for recommendations for planners So you have a big wedding weekend and you don't have enough of help. Here's exactly how I find, vet, and manage freelance florists. So my installations run smoothly and the work look on my brand. Now that's a big key, on brand. Hello my lovely flowers, it's me Nia with the Xquisite Floral Design and Events. And I have been working in the floral industry for over 20 years. So I got a lot of experience knowing what to do. And I always need freelancers because I do have my main employees that I just have 3 of them that I use on a regular basis. So I have 1 full-time designer and I have 2 part-time designers. But when I have something where, if you guys saw it, that other video where I needed at least 15 freelancers, I am definitely not going to go out and hire people for that type of work. So in this video, I'll show you how I source, vet, trial, and lead freelancers, plus their daily rates, contracts, and a must, and exactly what my SOP card says that I hand out to them the day of. So I hire freelancers when my project load spikes, or I need like somebody for a specific thing, like an arch that needs freeload, you know, an arch that's foam free, or I need to make 30 centerpieces for a wedding that are just gigantic and we need to do a really big installation on site and I need 20 people to come and help me. So I would definitely not hire full-time employees when it would be more cost efficient just to hire freelancers for that time being. So where do I find my freelancers? My go-to place for recommendations for planners my go-to place. Recommendations for planners and vendors. Floral Facebook groups are one of the biggest. iDream profiles for people that you kind of know in your city, or reference from your current crew. So I kind of build a short list even before I need anything. I know in my city, we have like, let me see. We have about, I think it's like 2 or 3 different. One is on WhatsApp, and then there's another one that is on Facebook that I use to hire my freelancers. And so I will go through it and find people I like, and like I said, I just build a list of people that I have. And then a lot of times, even for me, I get emails from people that are just going around. Once you're known out there, or if you're putting out ads, people will go in and, you know, send out messages to you. Send out messages to you when they're looking for somebody. And then even before that, before I was known on YouTube, there was a bunch of us young ladies that were in a group called Floral Friends that we did through Instagram, and we would hit each other up if we ever needed help with something. Like for me, I can copy anybody's style. So I would, you know, basically have them do whatever, and I was able to copy. So it was like just a group of us freelancers that we just all came together, and we were like, oh, you know, I have this wedding this week. A group of us florists who had our own business. We were like, oh, I have a wedding this week. Can anybody come and help? And I would normally get like 2 or 3 people to come and help me. Now, remember, the rate for them was a little bit higher than what I do for like my lower skilled freelancers, but that's exactly what I would do. So like I said, you can find other planners or floral designers venue referrals, your local floral group or IG portfolios, past freelancers or word of mouth, school and flower programs for assistance are amazing to look. So then after I asked for like 3 or 5 photos of their work that they personally built, okay? Your role, what role they love, centerpieces, personal installation, and typically their day rate and hourly. So how much they kind of want for a whole day or hourly, and then do a 10-minute screening for them. So my number one thing, and you guys have to know, is that they're sending you what they personally build. So me, I let people take pictures of what they done, of everything that they done, but what they personally built. Because a lot of times they'll take pictures of the whole thing that they done with my help, and I had to give a lot of directions. So I need to know what they personally done. So when you're doing that on-screen, when you're doing that 10-minute screening of them, you want them to walk me through building a garden-style centerpiece. What mechanics do you use? What's the stem count that you would use? And how do you secure an arch without foam? I want them to tell me, because like a lot of my girls know what to do, how to secure an arch without foam, because I don't really like foam, but I will use foam most of the time, but what do they do? So another thing, are you personal with making personal flowers like bouquets, boutonnieres? Because sometimes I let them do like the personal, I normally do all the bouquets, but if they know how to do boutonnieres, which is very intricate, then I'll let them, show me, do you know how to do that? And then what is your day rate? Are you comfortable with of leading a small crew? Are you comfortable sitting more in the back and all that good stuff? And then any dates you're booking in the next, any dates that you're booked in the next 60 days, could you let me know what's going on with that part? If someone can't describe mechanics clearly or only show group shots with no proof of them building, pass, let it go. Because like I said, they're probably gone to where they've moved stuff and just took pictures of something. I need to see what they've done themselves. So then also, once you've got all of that, you want to book a paid trial on a non-critical day. So when you have a day where they can come and do stuff and they could just make like small things, see how they kind of work. So give them one SOP card and one timed task. So the title will be like this: a sample trial task. So centerpiece build 20 minutes each, match our shape and count. Installation assistance, so can they zip tie their water source, ladder safety, have them build one bouquet, 2 boutonnieres, and see their final quality of everything. Also, how do they prep? How do they dethorn a rose? How do they take their grids on even if I'm doing a big centerpiece, how do they tape that grid, or even tape the grid on a vase? How they box and how they label. That's a big thing, how they box everything. Do they know the tricks that we use to box and label are things that are where they're going? And then I score on their shape, finish, speed, communication, and the care for the product. If they miss one, I coach, and if they miss 3, I don't book them again. Okay, so pass equal book, coach equal maybe again, and if they miss 3, I pass. So rates vary from city to city and also skill. So I keep it simple. What I do is a production assistant is processing Boxing, running, and that's an hourly rate, and that's usually my people who are in between, like in my city, it's between 18 and $20. 18 is our minimum wage, $20 is our highest. Designers, which can do centerpieces, personal, light installation, their daily or hourly rate is between, let's say, I think I do about $125 to $25 an hour. And then my lead or senior, so they can direct a table or zones. They can handle the arch without me telling them what to do. And their daily rate runs around $30, okay? I book a firm call wrap time. I confirm breaks. And I outline overtime rules in a confirmation email. My pay schedule is clear. It's same day or net 7 with I do ACH or Zelle, and that's how I pay everybody. So I send a 1-page freelancer agreement per terms, confidentiality, picture usage, safety, and code of conduct. I collect the necessary tax form for your country, and I check local rules. Make sure you guys check local rules on contract versus employees. When in doubt, ask a pro, because I'm not the A pro. So for me, with I give them a day and the time that we're going to be there. I know they were saying with freelancers in California that you can't tell them what time that they can come, or they're not a freelancer, or have to take out taxes, but you got to check with yours how freelance work for you. So I give them in the bulletin overlay a freelance agreement, their scope, their rate, and their pay timing. I give safety gloves. They're responsible for gloves, ladders, how the ladder safety, lifting, and water spillage plan. I give them the photo and credit rule, the NDA for designer files if needed. My event briefing, a timeline, the vendor rules, big one, vendor rules, and then a contact sheet, a meeting point, and loading in map. Remember, no payment, no procurement applied to appointments, but freelancers get paid on time every time. So on site, I do like a 5-minute huddle. I want to talk about what the day's look is going to be, my non-negotiables, the timeline, and the different zones. I always put people on different zones when it comes to their experience or what they know to do. So I assigned a quality lead to spot check shape and finish so that everything looks like Xquisite Floral. So they're in the 5-minute huddle, we talk about the look and the palette. So I kind of show them an example of what they need to do. A must match note. So it needs to have the shape, negative space, the ribbon tail, and all that good stuff. Then the timeline and the order of operations. So I don't want you guys to be sitting here all day doing one arrangement that should take you anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. Then, like I said, I show everybody their zones and who's approving, and then the load out and clean up. So I want freelancers who act early, not late. If they're stuck, I'd rather fix it stem number 3 than having to fix it when they're in stem number 23. All right. So after the event, I send like a 2-liner, thank you, and my next date is whatever. I tag my freelancers in my CRM by their skill. So I put their personal information, their installation, and how their leadership was. And a strong benchmark measure, a strong bench means calmer, busy seasons. So remember, hire smart, trial fast, lead clearly. That's the formula. If you want my freelance package, an SOP card, my trial task, and hiring email template, comment freelance below and I'll send it to you. So don't forget to like and subscribe and bloom where you're planted. And I will see you guys. Oh wait, don't forget to join my membership. The link is down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.